107.9 FM. Spencer Duby here in the studio. It is Monday. That means it is time for Music Monday. Today's guest, a very unique, extraordinary one. We got Catherine Valle here. Now, there is a list of accolades I have to go through, folks. Not only is she an actress, but she was Miss University Canada 2016 top 5, Miss Peace, Miss Universe Canada 2016 top 12. She is also obviously a musician. She also might save your life. She's a nurse. I don't know where she finds the time. And she's got a comic book coming out called Commercial Break. Unbelievable. I don't know how she does it. Catherine, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
This is unbelievable. How do you find the time? That's what I'm going to open up with. How do you find the time to do everything?
I don't know. That's the $1 million question. My family is literally always mad at me and telling me to slow down. But I think, I don't know, it's like an obsession. I get an idea and I have to make it happen.
Unbelievable. Let's talk about your roots with music. When did you get into music? Were you young? Was this something that you picked up as a teenager? Is it something you've only been doing like the last 2 years? Or what's the case here? What's the story?
That's such a good question. Thank you so much for asking it. My mom actually taught choir at church. So I think that's my main root. I was singing all the time as a kid and performing as a kid. But then I was really steered towards science and math. And I mean, you said, like now I'm a nurse. I taught myself guitar in 2018. My brother had played already, so I used to steal his guitar when he would leave the house. He used to never let me play them. So I would just borrow it and teach myself some chords. And then it became an addiction. And now here I am writing songs and putting them out. I don't even really know how it happened.
So you're like self-taught, like instrument-wise, but singing, like your mom helped you out, would you say?
Oh, my mom's a phenomenal singer. Phenomenal. She's helped so many people with their singing and she loves. We joke that she can turn any song into an opera song. Like she'll even sing Lil Wayne around the house and it'll turn opera.
Very nice. And you got like, when would you say you got serious about doing music?
Well, 2018, I put out a song because I was heartbroken by a musician. So it was kind of like payback to put out a song. And then seeing it on Spotify and Apple Music was kind of like, oh, like maybe I could just keep doing this. But I wanted it to be really important songs. So I put out another one in 2020 after I had a miscarriage. And again, it was just one-off songs. So I didn't really think I could. And then these Christmas songs just overwhelmed me. And I was like, the world has to hear these. So here we are.
Multi-talented, like I said, folks. Also an actress. Now, how long have you been doing that?
Acting's my first love. Like,
yeah?
You'll see my Instagram bio. It says Catherine Valle, actress. I think that's more my thing. Definitely my resume is a lot more stacked as an actress. I started doing plays officially in grade 7, and then it never stopped. I've been performing. I studied in Toronto. I've done film, TV, theater. Yeah, acting's my thing for sure.
Wow. You got like a favorite memory from a play? Anything stick out?
I mean, my first play ever, I was Cinderella. I was an ugly stepsister. And I just loved how like my ego goes to die as an actor. Like it's not Catherine anymore. And it's really just a character. And I don't even have to be defined by the character. I can just be so free. I think I got that feeling in that very first play that Catherine disappeared and I was now this mean stepsister vibe with different makeup and different clothes and different hair. And that just got so addicting and freeing. So I've been chasing that ever since.
Wow. Also, like I said earlier, folks, beauty pageants. When did you get into those? Is that something that you've done since you were young? Was that a high school thing, university?
I mean, I was very sheltered. My parents never wanted me to be a performer or anything. They thought that it would be, I guess, like dangerous for me and just an unsafe world, right?
And now the limelight's all over you.
I mean, I'm glad I had the upbringing I did. But I used to watch Miss Universe with my mom all the time. And like, in my eyes, my mom is Miss Universe. Like, she's so beautiful. And I don't know, she taught me everything I know about styling and hair and makeup. And so when I was old enough to do it, I just, like, I had to. Like, it was part of my upbringing with her, but then I also loved the advocacy, the platform, the way you could help people around the world. Like we were raising money for Operation Smile and like funding surgeries in third world countries. Like it really felt like I was making a difference.
Unbelievable. Wow. When's the last time you participated in one?
2016.
2016.
Yeah.
Do you have any plans to go back to them ever?
I mean, they changed all the rules now where there's no age limit and you could be married, not married, have kids, not have kids. So, I mean, now there's always an option. It used to be that you were capped at like 27, 28. But I don't see it for me. I mean, part of why I left in 2016 was I really lost my center in it. Like I got really competitive in it and I didn't like that. I didn't like that version of myself. So now that energy is channeled into art.
Hey, fair enough. I mean, art, literally, the comic book series, like this is going to become a series, correct? I'm assuming?
I mean, if it does, it will be for you, Spencer.
Like this is unbelievable, folks. This isn't released yet.
No.
So I got like a firsthand off the market, we'll call it right now, edition of Commercial Break. Like this is unbelievable. Folks, it looks like that famous Elvis Presley album just with a black background. It says commercial in green, break in pink. If you know, you know. This is so cool, and it goes with the holiday season. There is a silhouette of, I think, Catherine. It's just a nice female protagonist with a Santa Claus hat on. So it goes with the season. I can't wait to read this. This is my copy, by the way, CKBG. I'm taking this home. Can you talk about this at all? If you can't, that's okay.
Oh, sure. I mean, it's my project. Why not? The nice thing about being an indie artist is you're in control of everything. I don't have any NDAs around it. But yeah, so this started, I was talking to a filmmaker friend of mine about the music and making a music video. And he challenged me. He's like, if you had no budget whatsoever, what would the music video look like? And I wrote this whole story about a superhero who comes down and sees all the inequalities in the world and like starts trying to figure out why there's so many inequalities, and then for some reason decides to blame Santa for all the commercialism. So there is a character that resembles a little bit the traditional Santa Claus, and I might fight him and his elves and kind of break the spell of Christmas, break the commercialism. So that's why it's called Commercial Break, and like what the true meaning of Christmas is about.
I can't wait to read it. That is so cool. Not too many bands or artists have done anything like that, like where there's a comic book that goes along with a song. That is so cool. Can we talk about this Christmas, like the recording process behind it? How did all that go? What inspired you? Just the holiday season? Or was there another reason why you chose that?
When I wrote this Christmas, I was in nursing school. I was so stressed. It was exam time. And I had it was like my eyes had been open to how sad life is. And, you know, I was working in the hospital in London as a student and then also doing my placements as a student. And I was just like in shock of the things I was seeing and what people were struggling with, like with grief and with financial struggles and homelessness, drug abuse and drug addiction. And then, of course, just overall health, things like cancer and things like it was really heavy stuff that I was dealing with. And then on top of that, my own miscarriage was still kind of fresh. I was in my own grief. And then there's the grief of, you know, just you're not a child anymore at Christmas. And now you have all this responsibility and people to buy for. And I was just feeling so much weight. And I wrote that song in like one day. It was originally called Eggnog. And it was just like me riffing on guitar and just a full stream of consciousness. And I sent it to Marty back at SLR Studios and instantly loved it, which I was shocked because I was very like, I don't know, like I think there's magic here, but I don't know. And he brought it to new heights. I mean, he made it incredible.
It is a great song. And I love, to me, it sounds like pop, punk, alternative. I love the way that it sounds. So I'm excited to play it for Amherstburg and wherever other listeners are listening in from.
Let's do it.
Alrighty. This is This Christmas, Catherine Valle on the Berg. Oh, yeah. Catherine Valle, This Christmas. What a great song. You heard it here on 107.9 FM. Catherine, you were telling me that this song is featured in Strange Tales of the South Shore, Episode 2, A Haunting on Adelaide.
Yes, it is.
Unbelievable. How did that come about? Did Ken get in touch with you or unbelievable?
Ken's a longstanding friend. I think we were trying to count how many sets we've been on. We constantly find each other working with each other. Either him as a director, sometimes as cinematographer. So we've just become really great friends. And actually, when the music came out, we were working on a film together that hopefully will come out in the next year or two. We'll see. It's called Followers, and it's produced by the Dot Film Company. So that will be amazing. But the music came out, we were talking about it. And I don't know if you know this, but Ken is actually a drummer.
No, I didn't.
He's a phenomenal drummer, like could teach drums. And one of the things he loved about the music was the drums. And he really, he just loved the pop punk sound. And then he reached out asking, I have this Christmas episode for Strange Tales of the South Shore. The song goes perfect. Can I use it? I'm like, yes, absolutely. You can use this song. So it plays in a montage and then it plays in the credits. And then we did a music video that's very 90s style where it has all the clips of Strange Tales of the South Shore cut into the video.
Okay, I got to check that out. That is so cool. Ken Amlin, great guy. That is streaming on Bell 5 TV, just like our docuseries, Radio Renaissance, Amherstburg's New Wave. Check them both out, folks. Both are phenomenal. Catherine, we've learned so much about the stuff that you love doing, the celebrity stuff, as I like to call it. Now, the day-to-day job, you love doing it, obviously. You're a superhero. Being a nurse, what does that mean to you?
Wow, that's a heavy question. I just really like helping people. I mean, even on days, there are days as a nurse when maybe everything can go wrong or everyone's yelling at you and nothing's right. And, people are dealing with the hardest moments of their lives in the hospital, and you have to be so empathetic to that. But at the same time, you're also trying your best every day. So even on those really, really heavy days where you come home feeling terrible, there's always something good. And I think that's what keeps me addicted to the job. Like, even if all I did was offer someone a shower and make sure their meds were given safely, like that alone is so impactful. And now I've moved into a manager role at the hospital.
Nice.
So
Congratulations.
Thank you. So now that mission is still the same, where it's patient safety and patient care and being there for families, especially in difficult conversations. I sometimes have to navigate that. But it's now even grown into advocacy for nurses and making sure that they have safe work environments and that they feel empowered in their work. They have the tools they need to do a good job. So I get a lot of purpose out of it. And I come home, even when I'm exhausted, feeling good about myself.
Oh, incredible. And how long have you been working as a nurse at Erie Shores?
I've been at Erie Shores for 3 years and a nurse for almost 4.
Incredible. And you graduated in the University of Western?
Yes, Western in 2022.
Very nice. Great school.
Yeah.
How was that experience at the University of Western?
Oh, I love London. I love Western. I mean, my parents met at Western, so I always joke that I was born purple. And I didn't even have a choice. I was going there. But I love London. I went back for homecoming. I actually did an original undergrad in med science, and then I went and did my master's at Queen's, and then I went back to nursing. So this year, homecoming was actually my 10-year from my first undergrad. Way to feel old, right? Mm-hmm. So that was so nice. I love the homecoming culture and, the bleeding purple vibes.
Awesome. It's not too often I get to ask a question that has more than one meaning. Usually it's just to people. So are you working on any projects, music, Are you, Catherine, working on any music projects that you can talk about and any film projects that you can talk about in the upcoming future, not so distant future? Yeah.
I always have a million things on the go. So I have a single coming out in February of next year called A Little Hurt. I'm so excited about that song. I wrote it with Chuck Silver at who's my guitar teacher at Chuck's Guitar Shop and Lessons. He also plays on the track, which is so exciting. And it's a little bit of a different sound. It's a bit more pop, less punk. There's still some punk in there, but it's a bit more pop. And then I am working on something a little bit different in music. I have one of the songs made, and I'm hoping it becomes maybe a mini EP, but it will be a bit heavier and more punky, I think. The songs I'm writing right now are a little bit more like Breaking Benjamin, 3 Days Grace kind of vibe. I'm really influenced by even Screamo, like Anne Boleyn, I'm really into right now. So they're heavy influences. And then on the film side, I'm always auditioning, which is amazing. I filmed 2 feature films that are still kind of waiting to be released. I think the only one I can talk about is Followers.
Yeah.
So I'm so excited about that. That's a found footage type film, like kind of like Blair Witch Project.
I love that.
I'm so excited.
I love that movie. I'm excited for it. And Ken is a director or producer?
Ken is director, and then Dot Film Company made it. So
I can't wait for it. That is so cool. Found footage style. Bring those type movies back. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I got some rapid fire questions for you.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. So going back, do you remember your first performance of like music career? I'm talking like not acting, not in a play, like an actual like show or just whatever you would consider like a show, even if you sang in front of like a group of friends.
Yeah, no, I did like Art in the Park.
Art in the Park?
Yeah.
How was that?
Like very nerve wracking.
Yeah,
me and
really?
my guitar.
Oh, come on. You seem like you got it.
Well, I was a little bit ambitious, and I thought it would be lame to have a book with me. So I made myself memorize the songs, which I'm glad I did and challenged myself, but that just added a layer of nerves I really didn't need.
Do you have a musical performance that sticks out in your mind? One that you were like, oh, that's going to be hard to replicate. The crowd was great. Whatever the case may be, is there one performance that sticks out?
This summer, I played A Little Hurt and one of my new songs called No Angel that is made, but I don't know how it will be released yet. And the crowd sang along in the park, or on the patio. I sang it at 2 events this summer, and they sang along. And I think that, if that ever happens again, I'll probably just faint.
Oh, that's great. That's awesome that they knew the words. Isn't it amazing to have the crowd sing your own song back to you?
It's insane. It's insane. It's insane.
I can't imagine that feeling. I never will. So that's amazing. Do you have a play that sticks out, and like a favorite play that you've done that sticks out, performance?
I really loved Seussical Jr. I know random, but it's all Dr. Seuss, and it was so fun, and the costumes were crazy, and the dance, I choreographed it also, so I got to have so much fun with the dance moves and do dance moves that really don't belong anywhere but a Dr. Seuss type story. So that was fun.
Well, hey, that's great. If you could perform at one venue anywhere in the world, where would it be?
I think because I've been there the most, the Rogers Center.
Wow.
I know it's ambitious, but I used to work there. I used to work in the suites and host for concerts and the Blue Jays games. So if I ever make it to that stage, I've made it. I've definitely made it.
I always say Wembley, even though I'm not a musician. That's the one that I always go to. That's the first time I've gotten the Rogers Center, though. So there's a new one.
Sky Dome with it open. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. If you could perform any song on stage with the band or artist, living or dead, it does not matter what song you choose. And because I love asking this question, get to learn a little about people's musical backgrounds.
Yeah. I joke that Avril raised me, so it's obviously Avril.
I can hear it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's probably Skater Boy or Complicated, because those were the first ones. I'm just so attached. Or Losing Grip. I think I could sing that one well.
Wow. Yeah, that's the first time I've gotten Avril, but I definitely hear her influence in your music.
I'm obsessed with
She's
Avril.
great. She really is.
I was just saying, I'm ready for her next album. Let's go. I need more.
Now you might be a tough question because you're in so many different things, right? Like acting, music world, even go back to the beauty pageants. What is the best piece of advice you received, and who was it from?
Probably my dance teacher.
You also do dance.
Yeah. Yeah. I danced for Windsor Express, and this year I'm coaching. I'm sorry, Spencer. But probably my dance teacher. And she always has this saying, like, think tall, think grace. So even when you're stressed or just having a bad day, like, think tall, think grace. But she's also really taught me over the years to be authentic to myself and make sure what I'm doing is coming from the right place and coming from the true Catherine. So
I love that. Mm-hmm. Oh, man. This has been incredible. I can't believe how much you do. I don't know where you find the time. It has been incredible. You are truly one of the most unique guests I've ever had on the show, Catherine. Unbelievable. I don't know how you do it. I'm at a loss for words.
Thank you, Spencer. This was so much fun.
Oh, thank you so much for coming in. Before I let you go, you have another Christmas song. We're going to play it in just a moment. I want to hear from Catherine herself. 'Tis the Season. How was this song? How did that go recording that?
So this song I wrote when I lived across the street from a halfway house. So I was dealing with, like, I would just sit on my couch looking out the window and watch just people struggling, like it was really sad. Like I could tell, like, it's like, I bet that person hasn't eaten today or they're cold or whatever. And I just felt so helpless in that time. Like, yes, could I run outside and offer them something? Sure. And I would always try to interact. But there was also a lot of, I think this happens everywhere where people just keep to themselves and don't want to interact with anyone. So I felt very, like, helpless. And the bridge in this song, it ends with that line of, why are my hands always tied? And it goes into the comic book where I'm like losing the fight and I'm being chained up. Like I'm so helpless to all the injustice in the world. And, my favorite line, and I know when I wrote it, I was like, yep, I have a song. And it's so simple, but I know life's not fair, but it feels too uneven. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. So this is just that feeling.
There is a very deep meaning behind this song, which incredible songwriting, by the way.
Thank you.
Catherine, you're on Instagram, you're on Facebook. Your Instagram, The Catherine Experience.
Yeah, because it's an experience.
I love it. You're on Facebook as well, Catherine Valle. Your music is everywhere, correct? All platforms, Spotify, Apple, all that good stuff. Well, we're going to close out this interview with 'Tis the Season, a very good, important song. Catherine Valle, thank you so much for joining me today here on 107.9 FM.
Thank you for having me.